Is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, that's what the comments. Okay, like Kalani's. Roger like Kalani's. Okay, here at the parties. Right here at the parties. You better start a whole fire. Now I'm on fire. I need some.
And a look at the Knicks earlier. Check out the focus as they get off the bus. They're ready to go. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. It's Brunson, DiVincenzo, Bridges, and Hart. A bunch of Wildcats out there on the floor. And it's Randall in at the 5. And for the Heat, they've got Terry Rozier. Jaime Jaquez out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, still very early. How long do you think it takes these teams to form an identity?
You know, B.A., it really depends on what the makeup of the team is. How many returners are there? Do you have lots of new faces? Is it a lot of the same players but a new coach? Those things make a huge difference.
DiVincenzo. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, he's got no problems getting inside if there's that kind of room available. Dante with 2.
It's Jaquez on the wing. From downtown. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Randall. Hart with it. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Can't let someone like Hart get inside the D just asking to get burned.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
With Coach how difficult it is to guard Jalen Brunson. He initially joked. He said, you'll have to ask my guys that. Jalen is really gritty, confident player. We can't let him get into a rhythm early or we're going to be in trouble. We'll have to keep our eye on how well this defense does against Brunson. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
During his breakout season with the Knicks, Julius Randle, I think, has another level to his game. It's about that consistency he's trying to get to. He's an all-NBA caliber player when he gets it going.
New York shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
It's both from the stripe. It's hard to believe now, but Julius Randle has been in the league over a decade now, Brent.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ride for Julius Randle. A lot of different roles, but he's evolved his game quite a bit. Some he's done himself, and then guys have adjusted around the way that he has been a leader, a scorer, a rebounder, a presence. Julius Randle continues to impress and make strides.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's Bridges. Coming off a terrific game against Cleveland. Brunson passes to Bridges. Great open look there.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Adebayo. Kicks it to Hero. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. And it's still early in the season, but it's always a good time to check out some power rankings. A lot could change before playoff time. You take a look at New York. They've risen to 3rd in the latest power rankings, playing well as of late.
When I look at the Heat, they're doing more than what people expected. And that's because they're getting solid contributions from some unlikely sources.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in. Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
Rozier against Brunson. Adebayo from long range. The Knicks with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
A big difference in that one. Their ability to convert from range. By and large, they took some really good shots.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
For 3, Bridges. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 5. Pass to Butler. Over Bridges. Miami, no good that time either. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. This, their first chance to take a look at the Heat this season.
They expected more of themselves against this team last year. Split the games between them.
Now here's Jaquez. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Hero against Hart. Here's Rozier. No good. A bit long that time.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Here's Brunson outside. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
The lefty Brunson with a sweet 3-stroke.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. Kevin Love's checked in for Hero. Bryant comes in for Jaquez. Highsmith, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Richardson subbed in for Bam Adebayo. Richardson for 3. And Anunoby pulls it down. And here's New York now. They're on a 13-5 run. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, a big story this summer was Jalen Brunson signing a team-friendly extension, leaving an unprecedented amount of money on the table, but providing the Knicks with the opportunity to lock in this tight-knit core and contend in the East at the highest levels for years to come.
A team to be reckoned with. Shams, thank you for the report.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
If you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
There's a minute 12 left in the first quarter here. Bryant, the pass to Love. It's stolen by Hart. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Anunoby. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Anunoby with great size in his position. He's a wing that is not afraid of getting hit inside.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for New York.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And a lot of appreciation about OG's game, right? A hard-nosed defender who can also get you buckets at times. He's always willing to outwork you.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important. Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Outside Hart. Back to DiVincenzo. Shot from the wing. And Bryant pulls it down.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Here's Rozier. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Rozier's got his 3rd bucket of the night. 32 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Anunoby. And he comes up with a bucket.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Heat trail by 12. Rozier, the pass to Richardson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
Richardson playing with boundless energy, great at going into the physical defense and drawing the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good.
And Josh Richardson continuing to develop his overall game, has such good height at the 2-guard spot.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
The 3, DiVincenzo. Rebound by the Heat. Here's Richardson. Good work defensively by Robinson. The first quarter concludes, and a double. 21. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. Do you see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in a game is add more time to the clock.
So on the floor for the Knicks. Inside, we'll see Anunoby and Randall. Jalen Brunson is out there with Miles McBride, and it's Bridges in at the 3 slot. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. A 12-point game. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
That's good from Bridges.
And every year, Bridges seems to take another leap. His work ethic and drive to improve is impressive.
Knicks leading by 13. And here's Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense first. They play a ton of minutes. But this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Here's Jovic. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Miami Heat. On Saturday, they kick off a road trip in Washington, where they'll take on the Wizards. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
And you know, for that matchup with the Nuggets, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to sharpen up.
Miami calls timeout. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
B.A., Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
And the Heat with some changes. Burks, he's checked in for Highsmith. And Jaime Jaquez is subbed in for Robinson. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Burks, pass to Love, shoots over Randall. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Love's got his first points of the game.
Precision shooting off of the pass. Love takes no time letting that one go.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jaime Jaquez Jr. was excited to join his favorite player, Jimmy Butler, on the Heat. He told me, I loved watching Jimmy because he's a complete player and he leaves everything on the floor. He's a winner, and that's the type of player I want to be. And for his part, Butler said he is so confident and he knows what it takes to win. Brian, there's no higher compliment.
You're right about that, Allie. Thanks.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points. You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Drills it from deep. Brunson's got 11 points.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Hero, the pass to Burks. Launches a three. Again, the Heat misses. And here's New York now. This run now up to 13-2. And Anunoby gets it to go.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And we talk about guys who can really guard 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range. and he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing. Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Down low. Here's Randall, and it's Randall with the jam.
Randall with a great effort there, up and athletic and at the rim.
Hero finds Jaquez. Now Burks. McBride covers. Pass to Jovic. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Heat. Another shot. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
Kevin Love getting a little clever out there. Fantastic to get the D to bite on that pump fake.
Miami shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Love.
And this is what you get with Kevin Love. He can slide down to play the center position, and obviously he's a great stretch four, so that's some flexibility.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. And Love drops them both. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Jaquez, the pass to Adebayo. That one goes. Count it.
Well, Bam Adebayo is so efficient right there. He picks a smart shot that fits his skill set.
Knicks leading by 20. Now here's McBride. Outside Brunson. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound.
Not a coach in the league would be displeased with that kind of energy and effort that Mitchell Robinson showed there.
And the Heat call time here. Robinson's defense is always a factor, Brent. And lately, he's done a better job of staying on the floor.
Yeah, BA, fouls have been an issue for Robinson, but the thing that he really needs to learn is it's not about blocking shots. It's about being in great position with your body and being more of a deterrent so he can stay on the floor to be more impactful.
Hello. Just playing on my PS5. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Oh. You shouldn't have to pay anything back. He's not well. Especially when you've already declared what his final wage was. That's their mistake. These idiots. When you add, that's their mistake, not your mistake. Mm. Yeah. Oh, dips. Yeah. Idiots. Oh. Mm. Right. Well. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. Bye. He's gone.
A different look for Miami. Burks comes in for Jimmy Butler, and Richardson subbed in for Love. Josh Hart's checked in for New York. DiVincenzo comes in for McBride. Now here's Rozier. 6 points for him. And again, no good by Miami. Right side, Anunoby. He can't get that one to fall. Ooh, excellent D there from Burks. Pass to Rozier. Back to Adebayo. Shoots over Robinson. Adebayo, no good.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And Alec Burks gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Bridges, he's checked in for New York.
Mikal Bridges.
.46 seconds left in the first half. And here's Brunson from the arc. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in the game. That's tipped. DiVincenzo with a steal. By himself. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Sometimes it's that first couple of steps, and DiVincenzo was off to the races.
Miami's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Here's Jaquez. No good from outside. New York has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Yep, that one goes. Hart's got 6.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Good on the shot. Brunson's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. New York out in front, opening up a huge gap. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
Watching that half, they did a great job in transition. It's so hard to score in the half court when you let your defense set up. So anytime you get a chance, go. You go. Kind of reminds me of me in the day. That's how they call it. Get down the court fast as you can. Come on, man.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
And they were gunning a little too much from downtown. They can't afford to become dependent on that shot. They got to compete the consistent way. I like to see them mix it up more in the second half.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. They've got Alec Burks. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Terry Rozier, and it's Robinson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
And the power of Adebayo. Get off me.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet, he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw misses. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, B.A., would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called, whether it's center or forward. It doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
So he comes up empty at the line.
And the Adebayo experiment has been pretty awesome to watch just because it's gone nuclear. All the skills and his hard work paying off now.
Here's Brunson. Outside, DiVincenzo. All sorts of time. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Bridges against Burks. Pass to Jaquez. Over Hart. And too long on the shot. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. That'll be the second of 4 games total on the road for them. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Miami calls timeout.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Richardson's checked in for Miami. Highsmith comes in for Jaquez. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
And you have to be impressed if you look at the rebounding numbers from last season. They ran a number of guys to the glass, which led to plenty of second chance opportunities.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Rozier, the pass to Highsmith. Shoots over Randall. And Josh Richardson gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
The Knicks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Brunson finds Hart, shoots from the line. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Richardson, no good.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
And it's Brunson missing. The Heat have gotten off to a rough start. Now 0 for 5 in the second. Pass to Highsmith. And no good. Randall with some nice D. The Knicks have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the 3rd.
A reminder to the defense, Hart will drive if you give him that kind of room.
Well, the Heat's shooting just 21% from the floor. To the middle. Stolen by Bridges. Fast break, New York. Here's Brunson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Brunson's got 17 points. On the wing, Burks. To the inside. Here's Richardson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, he's allowed to get in there, and once he does, he's aggressive enough to play through contact.
Brunson passes to Bridges. For 3, Randall. The Knicks rebound. Here's Brunson outside. Here's Hart. Tipped. Outside Robinson. Rozier against Brunson. And it's Rozier. That time on the assist from Robinson.
And what I love about Rozier is his fearlessness as a scorer. Inside, outside, in between, it doesn't matter.
Good on the bucket. Hart's got 6 here in the quarter.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Here's Richardson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. DiVincenzo's got 4 rebounds now. Everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the 2nd round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough. This guy has continued to work hard every year and turned himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And it's good. 2 points. Give him 8.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Works for 3. Sinks it from distance.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
1:25 left in the 3rd quarter. For 3, DiVincenzo. No luck on that one.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And stolen by Brunson. Pass to Randall. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
There's the inside in Randall's inside-out game.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight at converting on those chances.
He's off on the first. A line change here for Miami. And he's good on the second. 1 minute left in the third. Left side Butler. Lets the three fly. And they get it back. Goes back up. And it's laid in by Adebayo. Adebayo's got 6.
And you love the energy that Bam is bringing here, just all over the glass.
Randall, the pass to Robinson. Outside Anunoby. All alone. The three. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Jaquez no good.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Basket's good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler.
Checking in for the Knicks, Dadier.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Beater! Are you kidding?
31.
Oh, they're on fire. A run punctuated by the big trifecta.
And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. New York out in front, delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Miles McBride. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Keita Bates-Diop. And it's Dajie in at the 3. McBride passes to DiVincenzo. To the paint. Here's Robinson. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Here's Hero. And Dadier pulls it down. Knicks shooting at around 60% on this one. Very efficient. Good chance here for DiVincenzo. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And here's Butler outside. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And DiVincenzo likes to get out into the open court to try to make something happen.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. From behind the arc. Second chance shot. Oh, and Bryant with a block.
And Bryant not holding back that time.
Bates-Diop. The offensive rebound. Adebayo with a steal. Butler passes to Hero. That one goes in.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Dadye. Robinson with it. Here's McBride. From deep. From beyond the arc, and then some.
How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
The Heat have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Adebayo. The shot's good. Here's McBride. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And the shot goes in. Butler's gotten his first points in this one.
Butler attacking in close. Such a gifted scorer.
Here's DiVincenzo. And the powerful one-handed slam.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Hero on the wing. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I like what Thomas Bryant gives to this team. This is a solid shooting big. Helps stretch out the offensive opportunities. Because of that size, he's still willing and able to finish.
2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So Miami going with almost an entirely new group here. Kevin Love's checked in for Jovic. Highsmith comes in for Jimmy Butler. Robinson, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Rozier in for Hero. And so he makes both from the line. And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the league. One factor, rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
Yeah, BA, so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one, jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team, and hope for the best.
The Heat have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Here's Highsmith. It's rebounded by McBride. McBride's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Brunson. Outside Robinson. And here's McBride. And that's a foul called on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Bridges outside. There's the triple. No good there.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Inside. Shoots from the right block. Shakes him. And it's Highsmith missing.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Now here's Brunson. Outside McBride. There's the 3. Here's Robinson. Rebounded by Jovic. Miami's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Robinson in the post. McBride covers. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Josh Hart. Well, Brent, you've won championships, but you've also been on some bad teams. What's that experience like?
Well, BA, very kind of you to remind me of that, although the therapy has paid off, so I'm doing just fine. When you are experiencing seasons that aren't going as successful as the team would like it to go, there's a point of pride in the game and the way that you approach it. You can't separate yourself from your teammates. You got to dig in and show that you have the mettle to go out there and still compete.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter here.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Knicks.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next two times these squads meet.
Now here's Brunson. Here's Hart. McBride with it. Working on Robinson. Yep, count it.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Jovic's shot is off. And Brunson's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. Up top, Robinson. With a 9-footer. Love grabs the miss.
I don't know if you can credit the defense for that. It was just a missed opportunity.
And it's Rozier. That time on the assist from Robinson.
Yeah, Duncan not only moves himself, he moves the ball quite well.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brunson. And the layup is good off the glass.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this one.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Julius Randle.
Now Brunson. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.